Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time to run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Tuesday, Mosh Pit. Hope you all had a great start to your Tuesdays here. We are waiting for another video to cross 3,000 likes, but I'm also recording this a day after the last episode, so the likes still have not been tallied yet over the last couple of days, but I promise you I will go back and check them out and add them to the like streak counter down below as soon as the videos catch up to where I am currently. Here's your meme of the day, artwork of the day. I don't know if I showed this one or not. I feel like I did, but then it didn't have an upvote on it, and I wasn't sure. That out there was Sheriff Victa. This one was sent in by Ray Gelatino. The name sounds familiar, so I may have done this one before, but if I haven't, apologies, Ray, because this one got buried on the Invicta subreddit. I was looking for memes. There wasn't really too many to go through, but in the thread they said, I was thinking of doing another piece of fan art, but I wasn't until yesterday's run, and I got the vision of the Sheriff Victa, although we all know that it's a suit-wearing skeleton man. Happy, extremely belated birthday, Invicta. Keep it going. Signed, Ray Gelatino. So thank you very much, Ray. Again, apologies if I have done that one before. It looked familiar, but so how I do it is I always put an upvote on the memes of the day after I've used them, as soon as I save them. But in this case, I didn't. So yeah, today is going to be X-Ray November Tango Lima Delta Foxtrot Echo Kilo. We've got Mom's Toenail, which I'm going to immediately drop. Abyss, good tiers. I'd say average damage, slightly below, good movement speed to start off with anyway, and very good shot speed. So yeah, all hands on deck here. I don't like this room here at all. Our entire area of movement is restricted by about 45, maybe 50%. Hate that. We also start out with 3 cents here, and honestly, I'm going to take this as a sign to grab this sack. And we get 2 keys here. So double early key is going to be nice. Of course, we are starting with Abyss, which is going to give us an abyssal fly every time we decide to void something or abyss something in this case. It doesn't give you any stats, but it does give you locusts that do a variety of different things depending on the item that they end up slurping up. You know, Abyss, it got buffed and then it got nerfed. And unfortunately, that's seems to be the cycle of Isaac balancing as of late. But hopefully with the next patch, it's not going to end up being like that. I think that with the upcoming patch here, it's supposed to be pretty much mostly, if not all buffs. I am looking forward to it. I haven't started testing it yet, but it is in testing. I know that. Up against Gemini here. We do have 5 bombs, so I'm probably going to use one of our bombs on him. Well, I hit Little Gemini. I wasn't meaning to hit Little Gemini, but there we go. Makes it easier for us. Anyway, we got some spiders thanks to us having the sticky bombs. And Gemini goes down without a fight. Blood Clot. I'll go ahead and take Blood Clot. I actually do like the alternating shots. Our tears rate is adequate enough for now to where I don't have to worry about them proccing or not proccing at the opportune moments. We just kind of fire them. We're guaranteed a extra damage boosted shot every second or so. So yeah, we'll take Golden Horseshoe, which is going to give us a chance of getting a double item room, and we have done everything we can to not find this item room on floor 1, as to be expected. Thank you again, everybody, for the feedback. I am recording this on Sunday, so I have started to see the messages from people coming in and talking about the app, the randomizer app. I'm really excited that it was received very, very, very well, and I hope that people will enjoy it enough to where we can we've already I really like Pinking Shears, man. I will abyss it, but let it be known I do that under protest a little bit. I'm not going to get the bomb the donation machine. But yeah, my hope and dreams is that we get enough enthusiasm and support to get it fully adopted for mobile. How did that not hit? Whatever. So that's and I've got bigger things that I would like to do with the randomizer app as well. I will eventually be hosting it on my website, so make sure you check that out. Invicta.tv. It's where we also do Pokemon breaks, but also where we sell the merchandise. Brand new Invicta shirts coming out, I think this week. I hope this week. They are currently being printed and being finished production. Also have the colored logo hats as well. Those are going to be done this week as well. So big week in store this week. We go on to last week's question of the episode, coming in from the Soy Milk Rocks episode, which was, of course, a fantastic episode, thanks to us having, well, soy milk and rock bottom. This one coming in from the WizNerd1422, who said, question of the episode, did you know that there is a light side version of Victory Laps called Rerun? The only difference is that you start it from the menu where you continue where you normally would be. There have been episodes where you suddenly wish to do a Victory Lap on light side, but you accidentally take the Polaroid, so I was just wondering. I did not know that. That is knowledge to me that I'm hearing this. I thought that Rerun simply you just did the same seat over again and then that was that. But apparently it's just the light side version to do a Victory Lap. Now, one thing I will say is that I don't know if I would count that as an Omega run. If I were to start with light side, then go to the menu and then come out, it's debatable. Because on one hand, by my own definition, I mean I'm the one who came up with the Omega run. The way that I see it is that you can't leave the run unless if you have something that's bugged or something like that, where you're forced to go back to the menu or something similar to that. I think that leaving the confines of your run, I don't want to say disqualifies it, but it puts a little bit into not question, but it puts it in a gray area. But again, all of this is arbitrary at the end of the day. So, but not factoring in Omega runs though, that's definitely something that I may try. I don't know what it does to if you happen to be streaking or anything like that. I have no clue because obviously I don't do reruns. It's just Victory Laps. So yeah, we might try that. We might even try it today. I don't know. This run's not good enough for a Victory Lap yet, but you never know what Abyss is going to do, and I hope that we get a bomb so I can at least get inside the boss trap room. We'll be getting very lucky with these random soul hearts as well, so I'm going to take full advantage of that. And hopefully we can get enough money for a bomb or just find one. I mean, wouldn't be that hard game. Happy to pick up Sagittarius. It doesn't give us any stats other than movement speed, which is great, but the big thing, of course, is going to be the piercing shots we all know and love. That's going to be great for Limehorn. So this is not a good arena for Limehorn. It's great for us because we've got fires. You can use the fires. You don't even really have to shoot the Dark Matter balls if you don't want to. But since we have piercing shots, it's not that big of a deal. Hoping to get a Tears upgrade here. Mr. Squeezy would probably be the perfect one because that would set us up for more HP for the Devil Deal. And still give us a Tears up. We'll happily take. Let's see where we end up going here. Oh, if we're not going to get Tears, damage is fine. And yeah. We can take Sack Altar and then void it. But it's not a great void. It also costs 3 soul hearts. That would also pop our golden heart, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't want to get to the point where we're just taking bad items for the sake of bad items. And yes, the Sack Altar would have sacked our Abyssal Fly. I don't think it counts as a follower though, so I think it would just turn it into maybe coins. Could be wrong on that. Oh, and there wasn't even a bomb in there. Well, we can go into the curse room. This is going to fry our golden heart though. Wait. There we go. I was quick enough to sneak in there. Still desperate to try to find a bomb. We could also play the sack room here. I don't know if I want to though. It's pretty risky. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to fade this one. Unfortunately. Yeah, but it would have been nice if I had taken, if we had enough money to have grabbed the remote detonator on the last foil, would have been nice. But we're going to unfortunately not be able to get through our secret room. Black Champion might drop a bomb. Didn't. I mean, I guess at the very least we got our key back, so, but a little bit of a disappointment to leave a perfectly good boss trap room there with no access, and then on top of that, not get that tinted rock that I wanted so badly. But, you know, it is what it is. Sulfuric acid's damage, and it also gives us the ability to break rocks and get through doors, so I'm not going to turn that down. Any damage is good damage here. We don't have any special flies yet, so you're not going to be seeing too many locust effects currently. But again, if you get to the point where they're doing massive amounts of damage, then Abyss can carry you. It's just a matter... The thing about Abyss, and I guess in a way secondarily Void as well, is that they are investment items, right? You have to put items into them in order to get something out. So you're really sacrificing any of these items that you could have just easily just taken for yourself, no matter how marginal or even if they are an upgrade, they might be, and hope that they turn into something that would lead to something even better than what you would have gotten from said item, right? Whether it be stats or a locust that does something. Wow, he hit us there, huh? Okay. Did not think that Globin was that close enough to hit us, but apparently not. You need to be slightly cautious in here with the sulfuric acid tiers, because they can trigger the bad gas effect off of mushrooms like that one right there. It's definitely in our best interest to try to blow up all of these because, I mean, well, Magic Mush, obviously, number one. Mini Mush would also be great. Fat-Out Mushroom. I don't know if Skinny-Out Mushroom and Fat-Out Mushroom can come out of mushroom caps. I think it's only Magic Mush and Mini Mush. Same thing here with the skulls. There's no reason not to do this. We're not going to make boss rush on this run, and even if we did, we wouldn't do it anyway. Without the teleport card, of course. We got a judgment card here. I am going to risk it, even though we are down a soul heart, to go into the curse room, and we get 9 lives. Then we can even take Pound of Flesh and also void it or abyss it. There we go. And then we leave out of there with 2 soul hearts that we got. So perfect. That was I could not have asked for something better to happen there. I was happy with just getting 2 soul hearts. Giving us 9 lives, giving us a guppy item. Now we don't have to worry about the devil deal. In fact, it's in our best interest to try to fail the devil deal now. We already know what's in there, and there's nothing else left, so we don't waste our 34%. But that would require us to take red heart damage. Strategically, it is the wisest play, but we would also be wasting 1.5 soul hearts, so it's a debate. Hopefully we just don't pass the devil deal, and that's that, but you never know. Okay, so with this 1 soul heart here, I'm actually going to do that. So I deliberately hit ourselves against the fire. Whoopsie doodle. Just so we don't have to worry. Now we definitely won't pass a 9%. There's no way. I mean, this is Uma Musume territory here. We're talking about this level of failure. Judgment. Regular judgment. We could go for an HP upgrade here. I wouldn't mind it. Okay, look. We don't need so many golden keys here, game. I would have preferred just money. And I didn't, by the way, I didn't even acknowledge, and I apologize, Golden Horseshoe, that we ended up getting a double item pedestal on this floor. So that's totally my bad. I should have praised you. I'm sorry. I did not mean the disrespect. I hope you can forgive me. Ultra Secret Room is here, and yeah, we'll take a Rotten Fly. Not Ultra, sorry, Super Secret Room. Where's our regular Secret Room? That's what I want to know. Can't be in here. Gotta be here, right? Again, this is why we took sulfuric acid. All right, so we're finally heading off of this floor. Long floor, but we did stuff that we needed to do, and got, of course, fortunate with 9 lives. 2 bomb rocks in here. I'm hoping Bumbo just dukes himself. There's one. Gotta be careful shooting these bomb rocks. There we go. Use Magician card to help get a little bit of a range upgrade. Also, of course, homing. Enjoy. There we go. Very clean Bombino kill. We did not get the double deal, which is great. And I will absolutely take the movement speed and HP upgrade. And Curse the Blind. Well, if anything, we can shoot through doors to get through this floor a lot faster. And you shouldn't really do this either, especially if you don't know exactly where you're going, because you run the risk of having to re-kill enemies. But in this case, yeah, Tenet rock down there that I didn't even see until we hit it. Hey. There, you're kind of worrying me there a little bit. Alright, there's this one big old Isaac circle. Sometimes the secret room can actually be off of this room. I've seen it happen before. The problem with Blood Clot is that I don't know if and when sulfuric acid actually procs. So it could proc and the room not be there. But I'm none the wiser because there's no orange tier, unlike usual. And then there's also times where sulfuric acid just refuses to proc anyway, so. All right, well, there we go. We did 2 Isaac circles. All right. Definitely is more risky to be skipping rooms here because you're leaving enemies alive. Really comes down to your tears rate and the proc rate of whatever item you're using to get through doors, and we just keep getting these giant Odysseys worth of maps here, and it's gonna keep on going, isn't it? This is actually one of my least favorite rooms. If you don't have explosion immunity. It's so unpredictable with the bombs, with the flies and the spiders and the rocks and the freaking barrels. No reason for us to go into the shop because we can't afford anything and it's blind anyway, so. One thing I would want in there would be a soul heart. Okay, Yellow Champion Mega Fatty is not who I wanted to see. Luckily, we have adequate movement speed to deal with him, but it's still a really cheap and annoying fight because of the fissures. Not even gonna mess with the barrels here. Trying to time your barrels with Mega Fatty is just futile. Futile, not feudal as in like a feudal lord. Keeping him towards the edge of the wall means that you have a safe spot right against the wall for the fissures. If he does launch one at you. Very clean kill there. We got an HP upgrade. Yep. Ghost Baby and Gimpy. I was on the ball there with Abyss. Sorry, Ghost Baby. You know I like you, but just not for a Devil Deal. I'd rather have an Abyss. Thank you very much. So for a blind floor, we didn't do too bad, but it's still annoying. Okay. I feel like it's our first golden chest we've opened up on this entire run here. You know what? I am going to go in the curse room. I don't even care. You can't stop me. We've got a guppy item. Probably going to be our only guppy item of this run, but we've got one. Gimpy, of course, is going to drop a soul heart on the ground if we take damage every now and then, depending on our luck and just how the game's feeling. And, you know, Gimpy can be good. It also, of course, makes enemies drop half red hearts, which is also very nice whenever it does proc. There's the west side of the map, by the way, just in case you were curious. Loving the movement speed. Okay. Let's stop getting nailed by these things. Would have been easier just to simply skip out of that room, but figured, no, we've been skipping a lot of rooms. Oh, okay. That's a neat game. Thank you. Real neat. Real neat. All right, so we got our first special locust here, which is going to poison enemies, thanks to the bean. But we've also gone our third wrong direction of the map. We've also now lost our red heart protection for the Devil Deal. What is this? It is an Ace of Clubs. Yep. Simple as that. Now, we've put back a lot of skulls here on this run and have yet to get anything that even looks like a... maybe it even looks like a Soul Heart game. So, what I'm trying to say is eventually you're going to have to pay out with one. Otherwise, you ain't gonna escape those the game is always against you allegations. Right, that's what I thought. Yeah, all you gotta do, you just gotta lay it to the game straight. You just gotta tell it, hey, look. This is the situation you're in. This is what you're going to have to do. Another one of my least favorite rooms, not because it's a difficult room, but because of clown physics. Piercing shots soften the blow somewhat, but doesn't totally solve the problem. I don't think the clown physics problem will ever be solved in Isaac. They need to look at air velocity. Fully upgraded shot, by the way. Okay. Definitely want Mom's key here. That would be great. And this Mimic chest could pay out with more than... I could just also use the Chariot card as well. But I'd rather save it for the boss. And yes, indeed, we get ourselves a good amount of money. So we can roll in the shop once, probably, maybe. Unless the game decides to be a jerk. It probably will be because I was threatening it. Threatening it with moral actions. It didn't give me that soul heart. Oh, no, it didn't. Wow. Well, might as well take the blue map. Blue map's going to show us where all the secret rooms and super secret rooms are, so it's very nice. It's not quite mapping, but it's a different type of mapping. I say this every single time we get the blue map, but you can sort of figure out where the boss room is depending on the placement of the super secret room. So it's not always like that, obviously, but when it is like that, it's usually that. Great. It's not always like that, but when it is like that, it's usually like that. That's the next T-shirt right there. I've got it. Yeah, we do need a range upgrade, so much as I wanted to avoid it. And Bloody Lust, you know, Bloody Lust is fine, but it's not what I want. I won't abyss it, but I almost did. Okay, now's the time to start giving us stats here, game. We're running out of options here. Rune Bag is free here. I'll take Rune Bag. I got no problem with Rune Bag. Although I do wish that it dropped a rune upon acquisition. That would make sense. A big chug. Kind of flying by the seat of our pants right now on this run. And we immediately found Mom. If we had really booked it, we may have been able to get boss for us if we really booked it and didn't waste so much time on floor 3. And it wasn't even wasted time, really. It was, we were doing kind of necessary things. But we need to get stats here in this devil deal if we get one. We just got done going into one, so I'm not expecting one, but it would be nice. Gotta save a bomb, even though we have 14 of them. Here we go, maybe there's that bomb's key influence there. Almost ran into that fire. And we get a damage upgrade. That's what I'm talking about. Needed that. We get a Ehwaz. Which I'm going to drop here for the crawl space. Right on top of the little art there. And we get fortune cookie. I'm going to use once. Get nothing, and then get rid of it forever. We can bomb the charge beggar for a very high increase in our chances for a devil deal. Tune of 8.8 value, and yes, we will be taking the apple. Another proc by Golden Horseshoe, by the way, and a Greed Fight. We are not gonna need Steam Sale, so I am gonna abyss that before we skedaddle on out of here. I can't believe none of those shots hit anything there. We totally whiffed. Look at that. We get Soul the Keeper. This is going to be great for us and having 0 stores. Although we do have that judgment, though, the regular judgment we can use. We just have to do a little bit of diagonal fancy walking. Before we do that, we're going to go over here and abyss Steam Sale. Now you see that we have a yellow glowing locust, and that is a Midas Touch locust. So occasionally we will see a coin drop from enemy that it kills or touches. Why do you have to stand right next to the spikes, dude? You could have gone anywhere in this room. I got to be in here. I got to be difficult. Which is really the crux of Isaac. Why do you have to be difficult? You're not going to be satisfied till we bounce off of you and then go into the spikes, are you? Is that what you're waiting for before you pay out? Game? I know that's what you're doing. I'm going to go ahead and take the Rotten Heart. Even though it's probably not long for this world. We have 43% chance now for our devil deal. We can actually up that even further thanks to this keeper here. All right, so solid 45%. And let's see if we can get fortunate here. Really need a strong tier effect. Nice freeze there by the Locust. Look at that. And really stacking those Locust powers is really where Abyss starts to take off. We do get the Devil Deal. And we get D-Bizzle. D-Bizzle, the one and only. Okay, Astral Projection is definitely one that we're going to be abyssing. Gotta get the full charges first. But Abyss is still good. Even after the Locust nerfs, it's still good. It's just not as good as it used to be. They toned down a lot of the Locust effects, which is really unfortunate because it was a lot of fun to see Abyss. It was a lot of fun to see just a swarm of special Locusts just absolutely obliterate everything. Especially if you start getting the explosive Locust all stacking on themselves. Yep. And we can make a land bridge here thanks to sulfuric acid and drop a bomb to raise our Devil Deal chances. I mean, we're probably not going to get a Guppy item, but you never know. I already pretty much said that. I pretty much made the call that we were not going to see another Guppy item, and so far, so good. Okay. Thank you, Dry Baby. Thank you for nuking the starting room with nothing in it. Your efforts have been noted. I have logged them in my daily log. What you're seeing here, these red hearts, these half red hearts that are dropping randomly, that is from Gimpy. And it's sort of an unspoken synergy, but Gimpy and D-Bizzle do have quite the nice synergy going on there with the half red hearts dropping from just random things. It's all the Lost here, which we can use for our Devil Deal should we ever get another one. There you go. Look at that constant volley here of Locusts. And the Midas Touch effect really is a strong crowd control for... it's a multiple second crowd control. And I'm not passing up meat. Sorry. We need the damage. So playing Dune Awakening, we had a huge firefight on a spice pit over the weekend. I mean, huge. There were about a dozen ornithopters involved here. Most of it with the mosh pit. We had a crew of I think 7 going out there in our thopters and carriers, and then got one of our own got ambushed by a Harkonnen player, and he radioed for help on the comms, and then I led the charge with the reinforcements to go help him out, and we ended up absolutely spanking the Harkonnen player, the ganker. And no mosh pit members were lost that day. We didn't even lose a piece of all we lost was a little bit of durability. That was it on our carrier. That was the only loss that had happened that night. A lot of people saw us in the Discord. You should be joining, by the way, if you haven't already. If you're a member here on YouTube, or a Twitch sub, or a Patreon member, all that kind of good stuff. But everyone, a lot of people saw us in there and saw that we were playing Dune. I wasn't streaming it. I should have, but at the same time, I don't like to be on all the time. You know, as much as I love doing this job, it is exhausting to be finger air quote on a lot. You know, constantly just kind of not really speaking with your natural cadence. You know, it takes brain power to have to remember that, hey, you got to be entertaining. You can't be complaining. You got to do this. You got to do that. And after a while, you know, your brain kind of needs a break a little bit. Getting Alga's Rune, which is great, but not going to help us in this floor. I'm hoping that we get our Devil Deal, though. Gold Judas doesn't really matter. Can't do it. Can't do it. No reason to. We should be able to start off immediately by freezing Mom's Heart, unless the Midas Touch Fly misses. That was a very quick teleport there from It Lives. Hi, baby. Just not freezing her. Whatever. Yep, 68%. Guppy denied, as to be expected. I'm gonna go back and grab the Alga's Rune, wherever that went. And that's Isaac, baby. On the subject of skipping rooms, if we had a Space Pro item that was worth us getting a full charge for, like if we had a Soul Heart generator, I would totally be clearing these rooms instead of just plowing through them with sulfuric acid. But the fact of the matter is we don't. So there's hardly any incentive to do these rooms here. We don't have optimal stats. We've only gotten one tiers upgrade. Our damage is okay. Our luck rating is okay, which is going to help out with the proc rate of the apple. But other than that, there's not really a whole lot going on with this run. Dizzle, you've paid us 1 Soul Heart so far. Don't think I haven't been keeping track. The second tiers upgrade here that we definitely earned for ourselves. Just checking to see if maybe this. There's no way this is the right way. That's what I thought. Like I said, the Super Secret Room generally betrays the location of the Super Secret Room. Or, yeah, the Super Secret Room generally betrays its own location. It betrays the boss item, the boss room location. It's been a long weekend, okay? Thank you, Dry Baby. Get a Soul of Eden. Well. Soul of Eden might be interesting in the chest here. We gotta probably end up saving the Alga's Rune for Isaac, since he's gonna be the hardest fight that remains in the game up until a double adversary shows up. And we definitely do not want to lose this this Soul Heart here. Dry Baby. As soon as he gets to phase 2, I'm gonna pop the Alga's Rune. There we go. Just to stay safe here. Dry Baby going ham. Just gonna park myself right in front of Isaac so Dry Baby just goes off. Kind of bullying Isaac right now. There we go. Executed to the T. Great fight here. All right, Soul of Eden. You still keep the Guppy Dream alive. So the Soul of Eden will will re-roll everything on the ground and on a item pedestal. It does not adhere to loot tables, so it has a natural baked-in chaos with it whenever it re-rolls. So you do still have a chance to get anything out of any item pool that exists in the game when you use it, but it's obviously only a one-time use unless you have clear rune, which we don't. There's the finger. Tough love, acid baby, yeah. And we get Holy Light, which is great. And I'm just going to slurp up the rest because none of them are great. I mean, Bogo Bombs are okay, but we're past the point of needing it. So now we have the long, painful process of going through the chest with 1 HP. And not great damage. But thanks to Holy Shot, that's going to help us out. And then, of course, we have this huge volley of locusts now. It's not even a max amount of locusts, but we've got crowd control, which sets them up for poison, which also sets them up for the explosive locust. So things are happening now. This is where Abyss kind of earns its keep. They kill Gluttony last, so we get a chance to get an HP upgrade, whether it be Lard or less than 3, or just nothing. It's fine too. Get another Tears upgrade here thanks to the Tractor Beam. D-Bizzle with a double payout. That'd give us a Soul Heart. Tiny Planet does not bypass, or it does bypass the Tractor Beam, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that. Tiny Planet's okay in certain situations. Having a lot of judgments in this run here. A Priestess, we don't really care about that. But for us being at low life for a majority of this run, you know, it's been pretty smooth. Haven't had too many mistakes. We had that one blunder in the Screaming Fetus's room where I got shot twice, but other than that, I mean, it's been a pretty smooth run, all things considered. You go, D-Bizzle. Bottoms up. Oh, look, we got half of a Queen of Hearts. Oh, look, we got a Queen of Hearts. Wow, 2. So generous of you, D-Bizzle. Any day now. Brother, we've given you over 40 cents. You need to go make us wait through all that. Just give us the damn HP upgrade and let us be on our way. You be careful not to get too close to the enemies with the explosive locust. Oh, thank you, Wrath. Very kind of you. No, the Alga's Rune, which is great. There's no way that Blue Baby is over here. Yeah. Nice, freeze. That's exactly what I'm talking about there. Beautiful. Frozen with Midas Touch directly into the path of the explosive locust. Bizzle, here's your chance. I swear they've nerfed Dark Bum. I swear that they've stealth nerfed him. We want that half heart for Polaroid invincibility. And we're just gonna send it here. Gonna pop the Algiz rune to seal up the deal here and be on our way. So very smooth run. Like I said, outside of one instance of bad damage that I can think of, not too shabby, all things considered. And really shout out to Abyss for showing you why it's still good. And despite the nerfs, I mean, if you get those locusts rolling, man, you're going to be taken care of. So thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you click the like button and leave a comment down below. Remember, I will be tallying up the likes on every video, even if we don't update it every single video, because I do get a backlog of recording done. That way I can have time in between to stream and do other business stuff. I still am going to be making sure that every video that has 3,000 likes or more will get tallied, so we can get to that first sub goal of the new era. And thank you all very much for the feedback on the app as well. We're going to be continually updating it in preparation to go to public release, which I'm really excited for. Again, shout out to Bryn Moore and Alex for helping out with that project. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like these pages of mine like Connor Kelnhofer, RickRoo59, and Fred. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.